Episode number 867, Making Positivity a Habit.
You're listening to the official BNI podcast with BNI founder and Chief Visionary Officer, Dr. Ivan Misner. Stay tuned for networking and referral marketing tips from the man who's been called the father of modern networking, along with suggestions and insights into getting the most from your membership in the world's largest networking organization, BNI.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the official BNI podcast. I'm Priscilla Rice, and I'm coming to you from Live Oak Recording Studio in Berkeley, California, and I'm joined on the phone today by the founder and the Chief Visionary Officer of BNI, Dr. Ivan Misner. Hello, Ivan. How are you, and where are you?
I am in the Philippines this week. It is my first visit to BNI Philippines, and I'm really excited to be here and meet all of the BNI members in this country.
Oh, great. And who do you have with us today?
I have a long-term friend of mine, Norm Dominguez. Norm, I first met Norm as a member back in the 80s and became the local regional director and executive director, and then became the national director for BNI, came to work at BNI headquarters, and the chief operating officer and the chief executive officer of BNI. He's been in the organization for more than 36 years. It's more than 36 years. We're coming up on 40, Norm. It's
36. We're 36 and a half now.
All right. Well, you've been in a long time.
A long time.
A lot of different positions. You're now a member of the BNI Titans chapter in Scottsdale, I believe.
Yes, sir.
That's fantastic.
It's fun.
I've got Norm on this podcast. He is the co-founder of Posi Global, a global positivity movement that strives to make the world a better place. He's the author of The Magic of Positivity, 3rd edition, Be Positive and You'll Be Happy. And he hosts a weekly program on Zoom, the Positivity Remarkable Forum. And has been married for more than 46 years with 3 children, 3 adult children and 4 grandchildren. And one of your children, Nate Dominguez, is executive director in the Phoenix, Scottsdale area.
Yes.
Great to have him as an executive director. And I'm going to be introducing him in the not too distant future as one of the guest experts on BNI podcast. So welcome to BNI podcast, Norm. It's great to have you on.
Hey, Ivan, our friendship does go back a long ways, and it's a pleasure to be with you today.
It's good to have you here. Your book is a really good book. I like it. You want to talk a little bit about the pillars of strength that you talk about in your positivity book?
That'd be my pleasure. You know, we think of pillars of strength, but it's a term we use that you could substitute life values. And when we were looking up life values, we couldn't find anything. So all of a sudden, let's create our own, and we want to call them something else. So it's equivalent of values of life, and we call them pillars of strength. And there happen to be 7 of them. They range from never give up, show that you care, accept responsibility, keep your word, enjoy a little craziness, treat with respect, and always think remarkable.
Mm-hmm. Your favorite word, remarkable. Ever since I've known you, whenever I've asked you how you're doing, you've always said remarkable, which I think is interesting because it could be remarkably good, remarkably bad. But generally speaking with you, Norm, I would say it's remarkably good.
Well, I've enhanced it a little bit because I've improved remarkable by 100%. Because now if you ask me how I am, I'll just say positively remarkable.
There we go. I like it. That's good. So talk about the law of positivity, which you talk about in the book.
We define the law of positivity as when you have and practice positude or positive attitude, you will become more excellent in whatever you do. And then our tagline follows that, and you've already mentioned it, Ivan. Be positive, and you, in all caps, will be happy.
You know, I think you know this, Norm. I've done surveys a few times with BNI about what it takes to be successful in networking. And in every survey I've ever done, having a positive attitude always comes up in the top 2 or 3. categories, top 2 or 3 items in terms of what it takes to be successful at networking, being positive. And I think that's interesting because I didn't really expect it to be in the top 2 or 3 when I first wrote the survey. But now, whenever I do the survey, it always pops up there. People want to do business with people who have a positive attitude, which in a way doesn't shock me, but it did at the time when I first did it.
Well, to me, positivity or being positive is a foundation. I mean, the way I look at it is, and if I can refer over to what was developed by BNI, and that's core values.
Mm-hmm.
And I look at your giver's gain core value as the centerpiece. And there are 7 of these core values, but the bookends that hold that all together is positive attitude and building relationships. And so there you go. Giver's gain, positive attitude, and building relationships. You blend that, and we picked positivity as a mode of operation to establish our global positivity movement.
Mm-hmm. Tell me about your positivity umbrella. What is that?
Well, an umbrella is a way to protect yourself, so to speak. And a positive umbrella consists of a half a dozen 2-word messages, and they have to be owned by the individual. So, for example, my positivity umbrella consists of be yourself, abundantly grateful, which I'm abundantly grateful to be with you today, sharing this information. Always think remarkable. We mentioned that. Stay calm. You got to take a deep breath. Ivan, many, many years ago, you recommended a book called Stay Calm. And I also met the author of that, and I was going into a difficult situation. That's why you recommended it. And it really helped me deal with that situation hands-on. That required a trip to Europe, but by golly sakes, it all worked out as we go. Reality check. How do you keep yourself in balance? And then finally, intense faith. And when I say intense faith, having traveled around the world, I took the word faith and made it an acronym. And the F represents freedom. The A represents attitude. The T represents imagination. And the I represents imagination, I should say. And the T stands for trust. And finally, the H represents hope. And right now, in the state of affairs around the world, we have to really, really, really have a strong feeling of hope so we can get through all this.
Yeah. Oh, and during COVID, I came up with the phrase BNI is a beacon of hope in a sea of fear. The world is kind of a crazy place, but BNI really, I think, gives a lot of business people hope, like you're saying.
I agree.
And can I just say about remaining calm? Of all the people I have known, of all the business people I have known in the last 40 years, you are without a doubt the calmest person that I have known in terms of dealing with chaos and stuff around there. And it's been truly amazing watching you be calm when I was ready to pull my hair out.
Well, I think, it's operative in terms of what we're surrounded by.
Yeah.
We know we're going to have situations crop up.
Yeah.
One of the things I learned in Stay Calm, take a deep breath.
Yeah.
You don't have to respond instantly. And in that deep breath, I really start thinking of positive things. How are we going to make this situation come out the way we need it to come out?
Mm-hmm.
And now it's just as I've become a little more seasoned in life, whether it's personal, whether it's professional, or whether it's staying something in between. Hey, being calm is the operative way to handle it.
Yep. As much as possible, I couldn't agree more. One more question for you. Why is positive attitude so important in all facets of life?
Oh, gosh. It impacts the way we engage in all of our activities, be they professional, personal, or plus it influences how we can make the world a better place. And to me, I give attention to joy, happiness, love, passion, and peace. I don't want to make that sound like I'm exaggerating about it, but it really gives us the perspective to level things out and move forward in really a positive way. That's why we have our pillars of strength, and that's why we call it the magic of positivity.
Yeah, really strong book. I really like it, Norm. And for those of you who are interested in checking it out, go to POSSIglobal.com. That's POSSI global.com. Check out the book. It's available on Amazon, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so
It is.
you can also get
all
it
around the
online.
world. All around the world.
All around the world.
Almost every Amazon platform, you either type in the title or just type in my name, Norm
There you go.
Dominguez, and it pops up.
Any last thought before we wrap up, Norm?
I'm excited about the direction of not just positivity, but taking control of the things that we are surrounded by. And when you do that, the outcome is going to be generally in your favor, and you can be helping others at the same time.
Well, thanks for being on, Norm. We've been friends for many, many, many years, and I look forward to continued friendship with you. And you need to come on out to Austin again sometime soon.
I will. And as long as the good Lord's willing and I can make it to 80 years old, then we'll be able to celebrate over 50 years of friendship. So I look forward to it.
Yeah, absolutely. I look forward to that, my friend.
Indeed.
Thank you for being on BNI Podcast.
Thanks, Ivan.
Over to you, Priscilla.
Okay, well, that's it for this week. Thank you so much for the great information from both of you. This podcast is sponsored by MeisnerAudioprograms.com. These audio programs will provide you with the tools and the inspiration to powerfully enhance your BNI experience. So check out the great material that's available to you at MeisnerAudioprograms.com, and then use the promo code IVAN50 for 50% off of everything. All of the proceeds go to the BNI Foundation. Thank you so much for listening. This is Priscilla Rice, and we look forward to having you join us again next week for another exciting episode of the official BNI Podcast.